Cause had the shoe been on the other foot, I'd be like, hello, where you at?
Bruh. No, you haven't. With your nails.
Where you at? Welcome
to the J and O show.
Where we talk about
things that we were never told. I'm Jay.
And I'm O.
And now you know.
If you guys are new to our channel, please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you can know we upload, because you never want to miss an episode. Also, if you're new here, if you have ideas for show topics, please drop them down below in the comment section and write hashtag next show, so that way we can easily filter through and bring you more of what you want. All right, so today we are actually going to be talking about something that happened to us recently. Well, this happens to us frequently. Yeah, every so often. And it's funny because you would think that as long as we've been together, like you would just know. But I don't know, maybe it's just the nature of men and women.
Okay.
But yeah, today's topic is, why doesn't he care about me the way I care about him? Like, why? Why is it that I got to be telling you or saying, why don't you do this like I do this, or this, that, and the third? Anyway, so last night, right? Me and the kids, we were coming back from out of town, and I had text hubby to let him know when I was leaving. And the trip is roughly about an hour 20 minutes or so. And, it took longer than an hour 20 minutes. I don't know how long it was. I don't know. It was a while.
It was like 2:10.
I don't know. It was a while since I had texted him and told him that we were leaving. And so it's funny because while I was driving, I was like, why hasn't he called to check on me yet? Like, why hasn't he texted me and be like, babe, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Because it's nighttime, it's dark. You know what I'm saying? It's like after 10 o'clock. And I'm just like, why he ain't called to check up on the sister? You understand what I'm saying? And the kids. Because it wasn't just me, it was me and the kids. Anyway, yeah. So we go through this every so often, because I'd be like, I'll go out somewhere and I'll come back a little bit later than anticipated. And when I come in, he be like, oh, I was wondering what was going on. I was like, for real? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't text? You care? For real? Because, had the shoe been on the other foot, I'd be like, hello, where you at?
No, you haven't. With your nails.
Where you at? Anywho, I was trying to figure out, why is that? Why is that I'm wired that way and he's wired that way? Like,
right.
Why doesn't seem to be a big deal? Why is it even an issue? I don't know. But I guess for me, it just translates, like, it's a way for me to know that he cares, even though obviously I know he does. But it's just, I don't want to say a love language, because I don't exactly know what that would classify as far as like a love language. But I don't know, it's just, for me, it's just a way, it's an action that shows like, oh, he cares. I don't know. Comment down below and let me know if any of you sisters can rock with me. Do you have that same type of dilemma or plight with your spouse, where you're just like, yo, like, why you ain't checking up on me, after it's been a certain amount of time? Now, granted, he will, depending on how much time has passed, he will call me. But it's just like, I feel like it should be sooner than what it is sometimes. I'm like, why you wait that long? Like, somebody could have done took me halfway across the country right now. Anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah. so that was what had happened. So yeah, why you gonna be calling to check up on the sister?
All right, so now I can't speak for all men, and situations do differ depending on the type of relationship you have. I always have to make disclaimers, because everybody's relationship is different, and you could be with a unicorn who does things differently, and that'll change the results that you get and some of the issues you have. Some, will coincide with the rest of us. Some of y'all just different. So it depends. And that could be a great different or a bad different. It just depends on the situation. For me, I know that the differences between how men and women think come into play here, just in general. Guys, for the most part, when we think about issues, when we think about problems that exist, we tend to be solution oriented, I guess, to an extent. A lot of times, and when I say that, there's a solution, like, we don't really like dwelling on things that we can't fix. Like, if we can't fix it, like, that's what'll drive us nuts, right? Being powerless, unable to just go ahead and fix it, because we don't want to sit there and talk about it over and over again. We don't want to bring it up over and over again. Look, if it came up once and it was worth us going and doing something about it, then do something about it and have it be done, so you ain't got to worry about it no more. Like, that's it. We just want to deal with that one time, which is one of the reasons why a lot of times a lot of guys don't want to be in trauma and all of that extra stuff. Is just like, yeah, if we got issues and every time I see you we got an issue, we'd rather just cut you up. Like, hey, solution, I ain't got to see you no more. Done. Cool, we finished. So specifically for something like that, for me, you know, life happens. Like, nothing is ever, not ever, but there will be a lot of times where things won't go exactly as planned. So for me, if the trip is an hour and 20 minutes and it's 2 hours and you aren't there yet or whatever, my mind goes to, number one, traffic, because of the highways that you're on. Is, you know, half the time the detour is highly possible. And number two, you were leaving from family.
Right.
So you're saying, hey, we're leaving, doesn't mean that you just pulled off in the car and you're actually in the car. That could be we going to the car, which could be an extra half hour to an hour depending on what family members are there. Bruh. Y'all having conversations or whatever the case may be. Now, there is a time that will pass, like, okay, so it's an hour and 20 minutes. If it was like, I think it was coming up on the hour mark that you were late, and that's when I was like, okay, that's excessive, so I'll just call and check on her at the time. But see, it's never soon for her. Like, if she 15 minutes late, you need to be calling me trying to figure out what's going on with these 15 minutes, right?
No, it don't have to be 15 minutes.
Whatever. Look, you like, whatever. So, like, for guys, you know, I know that there's a list of things that will slow you down, right? Okay. Depending on when you called me. Were you in the car already, or were you just going? No.
I was literally in the car.
No, I'm saying, and from my mind, from my perspective, I don't know if that you were in the car. Like, that wasn't. It was like, hey, I'm on my way, and it was okay.
So in order for me to get a quick response, I should tell you I'm in the car. I'm about to leave. I'm pulling out now.
Yeah, if you literally have to be like in the car driving back now, so that I can start to be. But even then, like, you know, I know that you could run into traffic or something could happen, right? But I tend to think about that stuff. The could happen
part is my point.
No. I'm talking about something that's like not your life is in danger. Like, I don't tend to just go straight there. But guys also are a little bit more detached when it comes to emotional. Like, we'll think about stuff and we'll go, okay, well, you know, maybe she'll be X, Y, and Z, and then we just have a different marker to when we should be like, okay, like, I won't even worry when I'm calling you. I'm not worried yet.
Well, when I'm calling, I'm not necessarily worried. I just want to know what happened.
I'm not. Yeah, but I don't, like, that doesn't even bother me. Like, there's also a disconnect between, like, how the mom is with the kids and everything, and the way the dad is with the kids and everything in the family. There's a disconnect there. Like, men are not, like, when the kids and the wife go out of town, you like,
bye, have a great time.
All right, I'm gonna go watch this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go chill. I ain't got to be home at a certain time.
Jeez,
I'm relaxing. I'm doing that. No, it's just, we're different.
Nah, it's okay. I mean, we the same way too.
It's a different thing. Oh, well, it don't seem like it. It seems like y'all sit up there and y'all be like, oh my gosh, they're gonna be okay. Like, it seems like you have to get over like separation anxiety first, and then you guys relax. Now, we relaxing like 5 minutes before y'all actually pulled off. Like, we like, boom, they're in the car, time to go and relax. Even if it's just, I get to sit down and watch a football game, watch a basketball game, whatever the heck it is, our thing is, we're looking forward to that. And yo, when y'all coming back, we're not necessarily sitting there, like, we just aren't as fast to, I'm worried, let me find out what's happening. But it doesn't mean that it's not there. Like, I was sitting there for some, no, not for some, I know exactly why, but I'm not gonna talk about it. But I was sitting there and I was like shaving. So this is late last night, and I'm shaving because I was like, I'm gonna shave and get out the way so I don't have to do it tomorrow. I'm shaving and I was like, okay, we coming up on her being about an hour late. If she ain't here by the time I finish shaving, I'm about to call. And that was me. And then I told her, I said, yo, I'm surprised you didn't call me and be like, dang, you ain't even call me to find out what's going on. She was like, I did think about it, but I didn't do it.
I did.
Just,
I thought about it.
It's just the way that men and women think about things, and it's not a lack of caring or whatever. But I mean, I guess for me, I would want to say to women, like a little bit of reassurance. We ain't never gonna think y'all like y'all. It's just not happening. You don't want us to either, because you're not trying to marry another woman.
Okay. True.
You're marrying a man, and men think differently, and they arrive to things differently than you. Sometimes we arrive there before, sometimes we arrive after. It just depends. No, it goes it goes through different pathways in the brain. So, you know, we're just not. And I don't. And to me, it doesn't matter if it's a biological thing or if it's just societal. You know, it's just that men and women are currently different in how we think and we process stuff. Don't freak out about it. It's not that now, if he's doing other things to show that he don't care, now you should be concerned. If there are other things that show that he don't care, then that, but you know, something like that. And we're not, like, for the most part, we're not going to look at a lot of things the same. You know, like our anniversary cows a whole lot more weight on the woman than it does the man. The man is just not as, like, we sort of go, oh yeah, we did another year. Like we doing our thing, girl. Yeah, high five. All right. So what are we having for dinner tonight? Like, that's it. Like, we don't require ceremony for that. You know, for us, I think when it comes to our relationships, we don't necessarily need a lot of the hallmarks of certain things, because I know that that's one big difference you see between men and women, like celebrations and parties and all of that other stuff. Like, for the most part, men don't really care about that type of stuff. She threw a surprise birthday party for me a couple of years ago, and it was like the only major birthday party I've ever had in my life. I had like small ones when my parents gave me like some small birthday parties, and it just never. When it happened, I was surprised. I was amazed. I was like, wow, y'all did all of this for me. Like, it was crazy and everything. But like, I didn't even expect or want necessarily a party. Like, I didn't want a big fuss. I was just sort of like, It just doesn't, you know, and it's just, there are fundamental differences between how, especially Western women and men are. Okay. And just, y'all don't want us to be like y'all. Trust me, you don't.
Well, no, I don't want you to be like me. I just, you know.
No,
I don't know. Like I said,
don't read into it too much. Don't read into it too much.
I don't know. I guess I can only speak for me, but I feel like it's most women. But I'm just gonna speak for me. I was gonna say, I don't know. I just feel like it's just a woman thing. It's just because that's one of the ways that we express that we care and we love. It's just like, okay, well, why aren't they reciprocating?
And I'm happy you said love languages, because that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Men's love languages and women's
are different.
There's so many ways that we're different, and that's just another one. You know, you have to look for the way that your men love you. Like, for a lot of men, providing, making sure your family feels safe, making sure your family feels taken care of. Of course, physical touch for a lot of guys is a big thing. Those are the ways in which we show our love. You know, a lot of guys don't even feel comfortable saying "I love you." You know, so a lot of that romance, we were talking about the Disneyfication of love. If that's what you do, that's fine. But the thing of it, I don't want women to expect for men to buy into the Disneyfication as well. Because you could walk away from a really good situation, or you could cause unnecessary issues in a good relationship, because you're expecting the man to react to things the way that a woman would. And that's just, for all of those who are watching this video right now, and if you're watching this close to when the video was put out, in the current society in which we live, that's just not generally what you're gonna get. Right. You know, some of y'all might get I was about to say something, but I'm not gonna say it. I was like, some of y'all might get a Derek Jackson, but you gotta watch out for that on the back end. It might just be what he ain't telling you. Yeah. That part. So, you know, I mean, if you get a romantic at heart, that'll be great. But, you know, when you start going long term, that stuff, even a guy that seems really romantic in the beginning, like, that stuff will wear off. Our battery is dying. Wow. Anyway, that stuff will wear off, though. And it does get less. And you just sort of gotta try to hold on to it. But I
don't know.
I wouldn't stake a relationship on it.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
That's gonna do it for today's episode. That was just our little tiff that we had this weekend.
It wasn't a tiff. We
Not a
didn't even
tiff,
argue.
but you know, just
we actually just laughed
something
at
that
it.
currently came up, and I'm just like,
It's
why is
funny.
this? Is this only us that be going through this? Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode, guys. We hope that you enjoyed our little rant.
Yeah, it was more of a rant. Usually we try to give you guys some useful information, but
Hopefully you find some comfort.
yeah, it's not that we don't care.
Yes. Anywho.
Wow.
We hope you guys enjoyed. Like we said earlier, if you guys have ideas for show topics, be sure to drop them down below in the comment section and write hashtag next show. But apart from that, we'll see you guys next week. All right, deuces.
Press the off button.